Welcome everybody to Fluidic Expressions V2.0, which is primarily using Rhino and some post-processing. And it's with Maher Alhawari. And so I'm going to give an introduction of Maher. So Maher is an architect and content designer based in Dubai and co-founder of Blue and Boom, a design-forward studio exploring 3D printing, parametric architecture, and sustainable innovation. Mesmerized by the odyssey between cities, nature, and infrastructure, his work focuses on the intersection of design, technology, and construction innovation. He merges creative vision with advanced digital workflows to develop experimental, forward-thinking architectural solutions and spatial strategies. With a strong background in education and professional training, he is he has mentored hundreds of learners globally, supporting them in advancing their design capabilities. Maher specializes in sub-D-based fluid design, combining aesthetics, performance, and buildability to shape meaningful, future-ready environments through multidisciplinary approaches. Um, so make sure that you show some gratitude to Maher. You can find him on Instagram here. Make sure you give him a follow. He's always doing such cool stuff and giving out, free information and tutorials. So make sure you give him a follow there. Um, welcome, Maher. I will stop here. Stop sharing. And before starting, Maher, I just want to mention for everyone here that this webinar is recorded and you will get access to that recording. Link will be sent to you in email sometime after the webinar has finished, once Zoom has processed the recording. Make sure that if you're chatting, to switch the chat to everyone. That goes same for you, Maher, before you forget. If you have questions, it is usually best to use the Q&A button. So if you look where your buttons are on Zoom, there's one that says Q&A. You can ask questions there. You can ask questions there. It's just usually easier to keep track of them so they don't get lost in the chat. Um, and yeah, hand it over to you, Maher.
Hello, everyone. Thanks, Michael, for the introduction. Thanks for everything. Thanks, everyone, also for joining. So we will start now our Fluid Expression Volume 2. So the difference between Fluid Expression Volume 1, it was about the basic sub-D tools and Rhino and everything that relate to sub-D. And this presentation will be also this webinar will be also about some basic sub-D tools, but we have a new exercise in this webinar. Before I start, as I said, Michael, my name is Maher Alhawari. I am now based in Dubai. I'm an architect and computational designer. So I have been teaching students around maybe 4 years, I think. I have also Rhino master class. I have done already around maybe 5 years or 3 years from. You can see here it's the details of course description, everything I have done recently. I'll show you some basic things I have done from 4 years, I think. We can do a quick tour for it, and we will start. You can see here, this is the first exercise I have done with the Fluid Expression Volume 1. So explain a lot on it, and you can check it also. It's free Design Morphine website. You can also check it. Okay, so also we will start now with sub-D tools basics. Okay, so if I open Rhino first, we need only Rhino now. So if I open this toolbar, open here sub D. Let's start with some basics tool. If I open the parameters here, you can see here I have 3D face and plane and box and sphere. I have all the shape that you want. We will start some basics tool, let's say for plane, for example, okay? Now I'm using wireframe mode, so you can see here if we use shaded, we can see the sub D plane. So we'll start with sub D tools or sub D basics. What are the sub D basics tool is? Let's say, first of all, we have something called vertex. So the vertex, it will be also always at the corner. Let's say for example, this is called vertex. We can change it and we can move it and we can also move it also in a 3D view also. So we can change it any shape that you want. Okay, as for the plane. And for the face, we can also click Ctrl Shift on this face and we can select it. Like if we have like, for example, another shape plane, but let's say change the division 2 by 2. We have whole multiple faces, so we can press Ctrl Shift, we can select this face and this face also. So this is the face in sub D, and for the segment we have this here called it's called segment, and this is segment as segment. We can select multiple segments and we can move it up and down. Okay. What I want to explain more about sub D tools, and not about vertex or face or segment. I want to talk about idea like the tab view. This is called sub-D display mode, and this is called sub-D display mode also, but they have two display. So we can actually make two design from one design from the first time we start sub-D modeling. Okay, so I clicked up, I can see this edges have a smooth area. Okay, if I press tab again, I will see the crease mode. Okay, now as I said before, this is vertex. And this is R, the segment, and this is R, the face. Okay, this sub-D called an open sub-D because it has only face, one face. So if I have like, for example, sub-D tools, but I have sub-D box, this is called a closed sub-D. We need to know the difference between open and closed sub-D because if I have open sub-D, my work will not be good if I want to make 2D drawings from it and section drawings. If I show you just a little bit of my project I have done recently, let's say for example this one. I think this one. Let me show you which. 1 minute. Okay, for example, this one. So you can see here, this one is closed sub-D. Okay, so if I have something, any shape, I have it in Rhino is closed, but if I do an open clipping plane, for example, see here, I have a clipping plane, all the object is solid. So it shows me the thickness of the wall and have everything I want exactly. Let me get back to this idea. So we need to know the difference between open sub-D and closed sub-D. When I have an open sub-D, let's get back to this drawing, for example. Like if I select Ctrl Shift and I press, I delete this face, I will have now an open sub-D. This one will not show exact same idea what I want. This is still be open and make me very bad drawings. So I need to make sure to know the difference between open sub-D and closed sub-D. Okay, and what we will explain about the exercise that we want. We will explain all about this exercise. We will talk about this exercise and this one also, and this one. Let me show you a few pictures what we will learn today. We'll make a quick review for every exercise and we'll explain as much as possible how did we make this design. As I said, I am a co-founder of Bloom Boom. So this project in UAE in Dubai. So we are working on it for also the structural drawings also. We are still working on this project. This is few also shots we have done recently. You can see here, this is another project also. I will talk about it later. Okay, let me complete. So as I said before, we have vertex and we have face and we have also segment here, and we have also the sub-D object, open sub-D and close sub-D. Let's say another example. If I delete this face, it will be open sub-D. This one is close sub-D. How can we get an open sub-D? What happened? We are working with sub-D. Why is this happening? This is not by mistake I have done it, but sometimes we ignore some things in sub-D, so we'll get an open sub-D. That's why. When we are working on it, I will show you an example what we do exactly to avoid this problem, okay? So let's say get back to sub-D plane and we'll understand it correctly. So this is a plane, sub-D plane, called sub-D plane. You can see here up, open sub-D. And let me show you if I drew a curve. Let's say I want to do a command called planar surface. Let's say compare between them. So the difference between this one and this one surface. This is related to NURBS tool. And this one sub-D, related to sub-D tools. So the difference between this one and this one, if we press Ctrl Shift to the corner, we have also vertex. This vertex is different from sub-D vertex, because this one we can move it easily in a smooth way, and we can also press tab to see the two preview for the sub-D tools. And if we press tab here, you cannot see anything in changes in NURBS tool. You can see here. This will make sometimes this movement, it will make problem in some shapes if we have a solid shape, for example. This one called open surface, okay, and this one called edge, and this one also called vertex, and that's it. That is pretty much it. And this one surface, and if we make extrude for this shape, if we use this gamble circular area, it will make extrude. This one will be closed polysurface. Why I'm talking about this now? Because we need to know the difference between NURBS and sub-D. Like if you see here, this is a box with NURBS. Let's say this box called the NURBS tools called polysurface. So also we have an open polysurface and a closed polysurface. We need to know the difference. Why? Because every time I work in sub-D project, I need to know when to transform my sub-D project into NURBS so I can complete my process in modeling. Let's say, for example, if I show you another project also, say, for example, this one, as I showed you before. See here, I have this project, not all it's sub-D. Some of things are NURBS, but some of things are in sub-D tools. See here, for example, this wall, it's in sub-D. But the floor area, we have to do it with NURBS. But it is not necessary to do it with sub-D, because then I will not get anything from it. But this one, I need it with, it should be with sub-D tools. Let's say, for example, I want, let's show you, I don't know, maybe this one. Let's take for this example, this one. This one is sub-D. It has also an open sub-D. This is very good example for open sub-D. Okay, if I do, let's say, a command called duplicate border, I can see where is the problem in this sub-D wall. See here, we have an open area, but I cannot see it very well. So we have a problem here on modeling. So I have this exercise, old exercise, the first time I tried to model it. So I need to show you what problems happen with me the first time I started modeling. So you can see here, this is an open area. So what command should I use to close this kind of wall so we will not have the same problem here? Okay, let me first complete my idea. Let's say, for example, this one is NURBS. If I transform it, sorry, this one is subd. If I transform it to NURBS, let's say try command to NURBS. Okay, we will get this shape. This one subd, this one NURBS. Okay, see here, this one is NURBS. Now we have this one is called surface. Now it's not subd. We cannot move vertex here. If here we can select the vertex and push it up and down, and we can move it whatever direction that we want. But here in NURBS we cannot do anything, because if I try, let's say for example, if I want to move this surface, look what's happened. It will stuck and can't do it. Probably he will do it, but my laptop will crash immediately. So I will not wait for it. Let's say if I want make, for example, I want make a circular hole inside the NURBS wall, for example. Okay, let's say if I drew a circle here in this area, let's say make it small one. Okay. So after I have finished everything, for example, I don't want to change anything in subd. I want to make hole, it's a circular hole. I can do this. I can click on this button and pull it. See here, I have also circular hole. This one in NURBS modeling. But I can do this process in subd. I have circular shape because if I try to do exact same process here, look what happened here. It will not cut it. Even if I try other ways, like for example, if I do extrude and I make Boolean difference, for example, it will immediately transform my shape into a polysurface. It will make hole, but this is not subd. It will transform immediately to NURBS. So this is the simple idea, the difference between NURBS, say, and subd. Like subd has a division, has from the name of it, subdivide. Subdivide has subdivision, like I can easily change it and move it, and I can also control the segment, for example, and control also the faces. I can move the faces up and down and change it whatever direction I want according to the design I have, or let's say according to the plan. First of all, we need to start drawing the plan. After we have done everything that related to the drawing, ground floor and first floor and everything, and we can do the 3D modeling. Or we have another way. Maybe we can start the 3D modeling, and from the 3D modeling that we have, we can also transform it into the 2D drawings. So this is according to the project that you are working on it and everything else. Okay. So let's complete here. Okay, as we said before, we have like subd tools, vertex, segment, and faces, and we can easily press tab to change the preview of the subd. Like we have a smooth display and we have it's called crease display. Okay, and we can also mix this view together. What I mean, what I want, maybe I want this corner to be creased and the other corners will be smooth. So what should I do now? We have, let's start with subd commands, how we can use it and how we can get result, as I showed before, like this result, for example, this kind of project. Okay, and everything else you saw. Okay, so we'll start now. It's kind of looks complex and very complicated, but it's very simple if you understand the basics tool of subd and the command that we want to use in any project that you want. Okay, so let's start. Okay, first of all, we need to know the first command is add crease. Let's say try to crease. Sorry, it was this one add crease. It was in Rhino 7. Now in Rhino 8, sub decrease. So if I try sub decrease, I will select any edges that I want. Why this is not working? Let me check again. Okay, sorry. Again, it's called crease, not sub decrease. Let's try a crease, and if we select vertices from this area, we will get these results. Now, this show me a mix between this smooth mode and crease mode. If I press tab, it will show you full crease mode. If I press tab again, it will still the same sharp edges, the crease edges that I want. Okay, so first of all, with the first command called crease. Okay, so let's say, for example, if I press tab here, you can see here is a crease display. It's pretty much it, so you can understand it exactly what I mean. But I can't rely on this one actually on the crease mode because it will crash everything. This is not a project I want. I don't want it to display in this way, so we will keep it the same. But some project we can do it so we can display the two view. It will work for the two view, the crease display and the smooth display, according to the project. Okay, so let's get back to the crease and add a crease and remove crease. I think if we want to let's say remove crease, the command is remove crease. Okay, and if you want to do an add crease, the command is not called add crease, it's only crease. Okay. Okay, so let's say, for example, if I try to apply remove crease, I will select the vertices here, and the vertices here again. I will get why this is not oh, now I've selected. Okay, this will become remove crease. All right. Okay, this is the first command that we want to know. So this is tab view also. We will know all the difference between them. Here's the same idea. If I try to use here crease, for example, for the point, select the point, I have sharper edge here. Also this one here, we will get this results. If I do it here, also here, we have this shape. But we need also understand the proportion also for the shape. So we cannot do crease in any area that we want. This is not looking very good looking shape. What I mean exactly, if you let's say, for example, say put another project, for example. Let me show you maybe this one before I have completed it. Let's say, for example, this one. For example, this same idea, same sublet tools we are using right now. As I said before, this is the face, this is the segment. We can press Ctrl Shift to select one segment. If we press Ctrl Shift and press double press on the right click, so left click, and we will get a multiple selection of the segment. So we can move it up and down, and we can scale it maybe according to the design that we want. What I want to talk about here, so this edge has a crease, sorry, this segment has a crease edge. So if I try to apply command crease, I will not get any changes because this is one is already have a crease segment. So if I try, let's say, for example, remove crease, select double select, I will get this result. If I try also this one to make remove crease, I will get this result. This one, as I said before, according to the design that we want, let's say, for example, I want this edge, it will be like this, but I don't want it in this area. It will be, say, smooth. I want it to still decrease because it's not showing the proportions that we want in the project. Let's say if I do remove crease here, it will get me this shape. But this shape is not showing a very good proportion, as I said before. Okay, so that's pretty much it about what can we do with the crease. Let's say mix the smooth display and the crease display. If we see here, if I press tab, I can see this shape here. But we didn't actually make crease for everything, but we make crease only for specific part of the segment. See here, only this area I try to make crease also. And this area also, let's say crease again, we'll have the shape that we want. Okay, that's pretty much it. Okay. If I open again the subd tools, let's say for example, let's talk about we can also use parameters like basic shape that we want to use, like for example a plane or box or sphere or cone and everything, any shape that we want in subd. Let's say for example cylinder. Also we have in control option we can change it. We can change the vertical faces and the round faces and cap face style and everything else. So let's say for example vertical solid, okay, vertical face, let's say for example maybe 200. If I try to model it, I will see here I have 200 faces here. So this will be very big problem. I can't control the model here if I have something like this. Okay, so let's say apply the command again. Let's say for example 3. You will have this shape. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we can also here to make it as a normal cylinder. Maybe we can do here crease, and we can also do crease on these corners. We will have a cylinder shape as for the NURBS cylinder. See here, so this is the difference. But I try to press tab, it will get almost hexagon. And this one will not affect. As I said before, it's a surface. This is also a surface. Here we have edge, and we have also edge. This is closed polysurface, and this one closed subd. If I try to delete any of these faces, delete, we have an open subd. If I try to delete this surface, for example, and have also an open polysurface. As I said before, we need to understand the difference between them, also the difference between the NURBS and the subd. We have special commands for NURBS and we have special commands for subd. But sometimes we can use the NURBS command on the subd object. But we cannot use the subd tools on the NURBS object. Only one command, I think, called inset. If we can use it, we can use it here. For example, if I try to apply inset, you can see here it will make an offset on inside the surface because we are using NURBS. So of course we'll do this kind of problem. Will not will be continuous. This edge we have problem here. So we can change this. Let's say through point. I can change it by myself here. And we can use the command. This is new in Rhino 8. Push and pull. And we can use it in this way. So the difference between inset here on polysurface and in the NURBS and subd, let's say take another command. Now we have two commands, the crease and the remove crease. So let's say, for example, if I click any faces, or let's say, for example, we take all the faces, it will make an inset. Let's say I don't want to group single by one by one. So we'll make an offset for every face that we have. We can also change the distance. Let's say if I try to put 20, it will make problem. Let's say, for example, try to 4. Maybe it's good for. Okay. We didn't do it. Let's try again. Single. Okay. Now it's working. So inset, like this is an offset for the face. So we can do it again. Inset. And we have my single again. And we can delete it, for example. We have this shape. If we press tab also, we have this kind of forms. They can use it according to the project that we have. Okay, that's all. Okay, let's complete. Let's get to the sub-D basics tool. Let's say we talk about plane and box, all same idea, sphere and cylinder. Pretty much it. So every item from this, it has like a special control things that you can control with it. So let's say, for example, I want to change the height and the length and everything else, and how many faces I have in the length and how many faces I have in the width, also in the height. I can change in every direction I want. Also for the sphere, same idea, and the cone, everything else. Okay, so that I want to talk the special shape, we have like 3D face. So 3D face is pretty important, but we want to use it in in the crease mode. Why in the crease mode? Because it's showing me many vertices I don't want as much as I want until I can close the shape. If I have an open shape and I want to close it, I can use 3D face. Let's say, for example, I want to use here 3D face to close this shape. I can use the I make sure my on snap is working, so I can press here, also here, and here. And we have this open sub D face in this open sub D area. Okay, so if I click on this shape and this shape and I try to join them, ask me sub D to join. Okay, so we'll have now a closed sub D. But if I have any mistake, like let's say for example, like 1 millimeter is different, it will not make join correct. It will still an open sub D. But according to the unit that you have, if you have been using, let's say for example, if I open the unit and you have the tolerance less than, let's say for example, we are using now 1 meter, less than 1 centi, so it will make join, it will make it a closed sub D. But for me, I think it's much better to do it like this. If you are working in small distance, make sure you put OK. So if I try to put join here, it's still an open sub D. So this is a problem what I want to talk to you about. Like this is an open sub D. If I try to apply duplicate border, it shows me this area. Show me this curve that I have here. I can see it also in the smooth preview on sub D. Okay. So this is the 3D face that you want to use in this kind of problems. Okay, so let's complete. As I said before, this is called a plane, sub-D plane, okay? So what if I don't want to start with sub-D plane? What if I want to start, let's say for example, I have a 2D drawing and I want to convert it to sub-D drawing. How can I do that? Let's say for example, let's start with the curve. If I drew anything I want, for example, this shape, okay, any shape that I have here, if I want to transform it into a surface, usually in NURBS, we try to apply planar surface, right? And some people try to maybe try to turn on the F10 or turn on the control point, it will get this results. Or they try to do rebuild, say for example 5 by 5. This is usually a basics tool of NURBS. We try to move the control point up, and they will have like let's say a fluid shape. This is not, but for me, this is not the correct way to do this kind of shape if I want like a complex shape that related to my project. So this is what we do usually before, and we can maybe try to do duplicate border and to copy this curve and try to make it flat. Okay, and we have this curve, and maybe we can do here a loft to close this kind of shape. For me, this area is very for me this idea for doing this is very old. I will not get the result that I want. I will show you here before. Same project you have seen here. For example, this one. So I didn't use any NURBS, for example. But as I said, told you before, I use NURBS only in like, for example, landscape and only the flat things. Okay, but mostly it's related to subdi. So, okay, so we will not learn about these techniques. We can do it with NURBS, but it will take too much time to do it. Let's say, for example, what I mean, like if I try to model, for example, this bridge, for example, or anything else, like for example, this one, if I try to modeling it in NURBS, it will take too much time. But in subdi, see here this connection between, let's say I would take it alone. See here this area. It's only become from one command that I have called bridge. So if I try to do it with NURBS, it will take a lot of time. So we'll see also the difference between if I do it with NURBS or if I can do it with subdi. You will see the difference. Okay. So let's complete here. Delete this. It will complete. Okay, as I said before, if I want, let's say for example, let's leave this shape again. We will take the curve only. Make sure the curve is still available. Okay. This is a normal curve. We did have like a 2D degree or 3D degree. We can do smooth curve. Okay, any shape that you want. As I said before, we can do a planar surface. It will make a normal surface from NURBS. What if I want to do it with subdi tools? What should I do now? We have many ideas we could do it with it. First of all, some people use this this way. Let's say, for example, if I try to put parameters and let's say use a plane, and we can use this way. We can delete this segment, and we can rotate it and scale it just a little bit, and when attract the shape that we want along the area that we have here. Okay, this kind of technique I use, it works all the time, but according to the project that I have. If you have like a faster way you can do it, maybe according to the project, you can use it also. But for me, I can easily select any faces I want, how many faces I have in this project, and let's say for also control the segment in the project itself. Let's say, for example, if I try to press tab here, you can see here I have almost the shape I want, but also I can need to change everything, make sure that the project is working, and we can also here try to apply it for this curve. See here, maybe also here. This one will not work. We can pull and maybe move this and this vertices. It will be almost, we cannot change it right now, change everything right now, but you can understand here the idea what I mean exactly. Let's say, for example, if we only work on a shape, I think this is enough. So we don't want to waste time on it. Maybe we can do this and extrude. No. Okay. Let's say I don't want the end will be like this. Maybe we can do crease here at the ending and also crease here. See here, I have a problem here in proportion. The first time I have seen, for example, a problem in a proportion, I can scale this area so I can make sure 100% the proportion that I have here is looking good according to the plan I have or the 2D drawing that I have, for example. Okay, if I try to see here, I have this shape. The most important thing when we want to try the plane and try to fit it on the plan that we have here, the most important thing is the typology of the subd. So what I mean by typology, like, see, this is for me is a problem. So I try to delete it so I can make sure to have here only one face. I don't want a face like this, for example. I want it everyone still every face I have the same let's say for example have the same vertices. Okay, so this will make a problem for me. So let's try maybe to delete it. It will be much better to have like this face, for example. Try to rotate it, and we'll get this shape. Okay, so we can also maybe try to do something else. Maybe we can also try to maybe use a plane again and delete, for example, this segment. And maybe we can rotate it also, and we can also still make the extrude way. Okay, until I get my shape. But I think it will, if we use it in Crease mode, we'll understand it better. So we need to know what to rotate and what not to rotate. We will so we cannot have any problems. Let's say here we can move these edges. We have problem here. Until I get my final shape. Actually, when I first tried to model in subd, I need to show you this example I showed you before. This way I'm trying to model this plan. I did it in I did it in this project. So when I had like I can show you here like plan. Let's say to put clipping plane. Yes, this is the first floor. Let's say for the ground floor. Oh, sorry. Just 1 minute. I tried to use same idea I'm talking about here in this drawing. You can see here the plan, the ground floor is, you can see here I try to, first of all, to use subd plane to fill out all the thickness of the wall that I have here. So I can get this results around the whole area of the ground floor. But I did it only for the thickness of the wall. But I didn't do it for like for example for the floor. But some shape I did it also the exact same idea. If I try to hide, you can see here this surface is close to the surface. I tried to do it here also in exact same thing what I'm talking about here. We can use a subd plane, and we can extrude it until I have my shape that I want exactly. See here, until I have the same shape that I want. So I can also get this result. This is a cutting edge, so in clipping plane, I think it will. You can see it here much clearer now. This is better view, so you can understand it very well. Also, see here these edges. We use here also crease, as I said before, explained before. We are also using another command. I will talk about it later. It's called bevel. I will use it now. So that's what I'm talking about here. So this is the first way we can do it with subd tools. So if you have, like, say for example, like any plan or any ground floor or a floor, for example, we want to start modeling from it, we need to use this type of work according to the project that we have. Let's say I can show you here, for example, this project, all the project I have done in Rhino Master class before. Let me remember where first time I try to say maybe here. Okay, so this is a floor plan that I have. Maybe this one, let's say, have more details. Okay, I try to model this ground floor. This was the ground floor for my plan, but I didn't complete it, so it don't have any details or furniture or anything. Only I have like the stairs and the area for escalator and everything else, and the shafts and everything. So this is pretty much it. So what I try to do first, see here, I try to use only NURBS, but I didn't start subd modeling immediately. But I try to make sure everything is correct. Like for example, for the street and the details, because I want to try to also render it. So sorry. So this is where I start here. If you can see here the process here. I didn't start any subd yet. It's only NURBS because I didn't need to use subd right now. I need only to let's say for example I want to do only the cover and the floors, and after I have done everything else I need to make the skin of the subd. Let's say this one is subd. Yes, this one is subd. So I try to use it on the floor. So I try to imagine first how it will be only with the floors. Like see here, if I try to hide this one only with the floor, and everything here you can see only as NURBS. But I start something simple. If you see here for the planter, I try to model it in subd modeling. See here, this one is subd, this one here is subd. When I ended me finish it, you can see here this is the final result that I try to model it. So I have make a connection between the landscape and the building itself. This is an only conceptual ideas, it's not a real project. So we are doing it in Rhino Master class, so we didn't do it for real projects. But this one was a real project actually, as I showed before. But our consultant is still working on the structural drawings. So we have done it, as I said before, in Bloom Boom. So we are still working on it. Let me complete here. So you can understand it here, but I don't know what is this. Maybe this is a wrong copy for it. Maybe we have like version copy better. This one, I think it's all of them mostly the same, whatever. Okay, so you can understand it. I will explain in details how I did this connection and everything else and every detail that you see, but mostly I want you to focus firstly every project I do, I need to do it in NURBS and subd. I can't use subd alone. Okay, and when I start my project, to make sure all the details that don't require subd, I don't want to use subd. But some things like say for example, like this bridge and this proportion, I need to do it with sub-D, of course. Okay. See here, this ramp also with sub-D completely. Okay. So this is the first idea how we can use the sub-D tools if we have like a floor plan and we want to transform it into sub-D project. Okay. Let's say if you want to use another idea, another type of project, let's say for example we use a plane now. We understand how we can use it in if we have a floor plan. Now let's talk about loft or sub-D loft. Let's say for example same shape, or maybe we can use from this project. Let's take maybe hide these. Take multiple curves from this project. Control, and we can copy it in this file. Control C, Control V. I have it here. Okay. First of all, I did my normal drawing, like 2D drawings and curve. As I said before, we need to make sure the degree is 2 or 3, so we can have a normal curve shape. We can do a twin curve, so we can have like let's say for example multiple design for it, showing have multiple choices between this curve and this curve. Let's say for example I can have for example 12. I can see here. Maybe I don't want 12, maybe 8. 8 is good. It will get the same result. I will have the shape from twin curve. It will be the same. Okay, whatever. After I have done this, we can use a command called subd loft. So subd loft, if I try to do it first, I make sure my error is the same direction. If on this one it will be different direction, it will not get the right results. So I need to make sure all my error is the same direction and the same area. If I move this one to here and this one to here, also will get me a problem. I don't want this shape. I only want it to all of error, same distance, same direction, same everything. I can get this shape. So that is the sub-D loft. I can change here the proportion and everything else. Like I want it to be 100% same the curve I have here. Maybe we can adjust shape segment, and maybe we can do here 200. It will get the same proportion of the curve that we have here. I don't want a 200. Maybe it's 200 very large number. Maybe you can do it 20, or maybe we can do it 10. No, 10 is not the same. Maybe 15. 15 is good. Let's say remove the crease view, and we have this shape. Okay, or we can do another way. We can try to make sub-D modeling, sub-D loft for the shape, and after we make the shape, we can make it. We can apply for this shape, for example, contour. So it will make, let's say, for example, like the number of floor, maybe sorry, the height of the floor, let's say for 3.2. And we have, let's say, delete it. I don't want it. I only have these curves. So this is the curve I wanted for my floor. If I try to do plan the surface here, I don't want it to be sub-D because this one should be NURBS, right? It will be say NURBS, and we'll have also the floor maybe have thickness, for example, 0.3. And this is the cover and sub-D that we want to use. But I have a problem also. You see here, this is very big problem. Why this is happening? Because if we try to extrude it, but we have this problem. So we can do too many things. We can actually make it scale, for example. Let's floor maybe it will be appear the elevation. See here, or we can do something else. We can delete this, and we can maybe let's say try for example duplicate border. We will get disable the curves, and we can do sub d loft. See here, but it didn't do it the same. If I try to adjust, try to use 200. Ah, that's what happens. See here, because I try to use this curve. If I try to use this one, it will not get me the result that I want. So maybe let's say maybe we can use um, for example, if I try to use a mid curve for every each of them, it will get me the result. I don't know actually exactly if it will do it. Let's try, for example, three curves. We'll not do it all. We'll try only three. Loft. No, it didn't do it. So this is very big problem. Okay, we have actually many things we can try. Let's say try to another. Say why we don't like maybe try to remove from the slab some area that we have problem in it, so we don't want it to see. Maybe we can try to apply this command called offset subd. Offset subd, it will make an offset of the subd, open subd that we have here. We can control the distance, of course. Let's say we have distance here 20. We are using meter now, so let's say 0.2. Okay, so I need to make sure I delete input, so I don't want the other subd, open subd I want in the file. I click yes. I try to, let's do it in both direction, because I want to apply Boolean difference for this slab, so I will delete the area of the slab that I don't want. So let's say, for example, like try to both sides, let's say 0.15. Okay, this is good. And we have this shape. If I want to delete the lifted area for the slab, DIFF or Boolean difference, we can select this slab, and we can control to deselect and press space to select the object. What thing I want to cut with it. Of course, the skin I have here, I can delete with it. So here, what I have here, if I try to open the clipping plane, as you can see here, to front of the project, and I see here, it's a good section, doesn't have any problem. See here, this is correct way how we can do it. So we can get a clean shape. We can use it in 2D drawings also. Okay, or for example, if I want to do a plan, you can see here, I can use this view. Let's say, for example, try to use make 2D. Let's isolate this and try to maybe front view. Oh, okay. Let's say which view, back. Let's do something else. Try to go to set view and use camera. Not camera, sorry, look at surface. If we can use here. Okay. Let's try to make 2D for this shape. Let's see if it has clean lines or not. And we can maybe select a clean plane. Now we cannot see anything. select cleaning plane, delete. Okay, this is, I think, the elevation of the shape. Okay, and this is a plan I want. But like every time I try to use subd, if I try to use make 2D with it, also have some kind of problem. But I can clean it. Actually, the most important thing I want, we can take it to another software maybe, and we can use it also only with Rhino. We can make log for this plan, and we can try to draw it again. So make sure 100% is correct. So we'll not have any kind of problem. We need it to be nice, clean drawings. So we'll not get this kind of problems. See here, this is a clear area, but here I don't have it clear. We will try something else. Let's try something else. Where is the shape that I have? Let's say if I try Control A, let's try something else. Maybe if I try to transform it to NURBS, for example, say delete. If I try to, again, make 2D, I will get also the same results. I didn't get any new results. Let's say this is not clean. So as I said before, we can lock this, for example, this drawing, and we can draw it again. So we make it sure 100% doesn't have like a wrong area of drawings. That's why. Okay. So this is the main idea of subd loft. Let's move this to here so I can understand very well. Okay. Let's take another something. Maybe we can use this also, and these curves. Let's use them again, and maybe we can take this slab, isolate. Maybe you can use it here on the same file. We don't want to go there. Okay. So what I did here, how we can use also subd loft, and we want to use also now a command called bridge. So let's say we can start. Maybe we can try. Let's maybe remember. Maybe we can take the outline of these curves, and maybe we can also take the out. Let's say take outline for this duplicate edge, and take outline for this slab, and take outline for let's make it in the same level. Take outline for this. Okay, I'll try to copy this, and this one delete. Okay, this is a normal slab, planar surface. I draw it in a floor plan as I have seen before. Here, I just move it up, try to scale it just a little bit, and try to lift these together, for example. And after I try to lift it, I try to put planar surface here so I can close it. Oh no, sorry, not planar mesh, planar surface. Okay. This is only the shape I want, NURBS. Let's get back to the same shape, Ctrl Z. Here, Ctrl Y. Okay, so we have here curve. What I want to do here, let's say example, move it and copy it. Okay, and we can use this curve and this curve. I will try to apply here subd loft again, and make sure the direction is correct. Like I have shape. See here, I have a problem here in typology. Why is this subd loft making this problem in typology? Because I have a problem here with control point. So what I need to do, if I have this kind of problems, maybe I can do this. Maybe we can change the shape of the slab. Maybe, let's say for example, like 40. Okay, let's delete. I don't want this one, for example. Let's say delete this one and this one, make copy for it. So make sure the proportion also is correct. Maybe we can delete this one. Okay, we can do here sub loft. So this one is much better, I think. Okay. It's almost the same. Maybe we should make it more, but the most important thing is the idea of how we can do it. So maybe I think I have done maybe scale for it on in all direction. How can I do this? Let's just press shift and use this cube button to scale it in all directions. Okay, now I can do an offset sub D. Maybe try to make it like, for example, 0.5 is good. Okay, it's very close to it. But I have a problem here. When I try to use an offset sub D, I don't want this result. What I want to do, I will try to select one face and try to press double tap on it. I will get the face loops to select the face loop to make sure 100% on the ground. So I can use also this bottom cube on the gamble and try to put it 0. So I can have this result will be exactly on the ground. Same idea for this. Maybe you can do it here also 0. So we'll get this result. Okay. Okay, I think this is good, but we have a problem here. How can we fix it? Maybe we can try select loop for this edge and delete. And maybe we can try to delete this one. No. This is correct way of fixing it. I think, let's say what is the problem here. If I try to delete this one. Okay, this one is good. Oh, this is the choice, so how we can learn the bridge command in this kind of problems. First of all, let's change the proportion. I don't want it to be like this. I want it to make sure 100% is the proportion correct. See here, there's no any problems. The proportion is good. Also, segment, and faces. I also have here the same problem. I don't know why this problem happened. We will fix it. It's okay. Okay. The problem here in sub D, if you try to select this one, it will not get separated this area and this area and this area. So what should I do now? I can use here command bridge. As the command bridge, we have two ways we can use it to fix this problem. Maybe we can select all the edges here, make sure it have the same, not edges, sorry, segment. The most important thing in the bridge, we need to make sure 100% is the number of segment in this area, same number of segment in this area. Let's say, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4. We need to make sure 100% this one 1, 2, 3, 4. But if this one have 5 and this one have 4, we cannot do a bridge command here. So we can double select on this area, try to bridge it, sorry, space, make connection. See here, we will see here the problem. So maybe we can try to flip. Will we get me the same result? I don't know why is this happening right now. I try to fix it. I think this one is correct, but try to do it again. Maybe we can try to explode. It will get separated. Let's say try for this one. I think there is problem with the curve I have using it. Let's say we need to try to fix it, but I don't know if there's a problem with this. Oh, okay, I understand it now. It wasn't a problem actually, but see here, if I try to move this face, it wouldn't get me the results that I want. Okay, perfect. Now we have our problem solved. We don't want to use it, do it exactly the same, but the same idea how we can use it. So first of all, we make sure 100% is on the ground. So we need to try do this kind of like proportion here. See here we have multiple segments on this line, so we can use a command called bevel. So we have like multiple segments. It's very close to a command called chamfer in NURBS. I will show you it again. See here, if I try to select an segment loop or edge loop, sorry, try to apply bevel, I will get this result. I will try to apply it also on the other direction. See here. Oh, I have problem here. What is the problem? This is not an open sub D. Okay, if I try to do bevel, this is very weird. Why this is happening? I try to make a bridge here. I don't need to do this. Why is this happening? Very weird. Okay, now it's my problem is fixed. But we have like now a multiple way of edges. Like we have an subd way and crease way. So I want it to be all edges, all the segment in a crease. Crease. Now apply for them crease. I will have this result. I will have also this result. Okay. See here, I got a nice result. So we'll also try bevel in this other direction. We will not have any problems. We need to make sure 100% is that for the proportion. We don't want any mistake. So also we need to make sure, as I said in the first session, we want to make sure this is closed sub D. But I don't want it to be an open sub D. Okay, this one is correct. We almost get the same result I want for this shape. Okay, same idea for this shape. Let's say try to rebuild. Maybe 12, I think is good. 12, not 12, maybe try to make it preview, see it. Okay, this is good. Maybe we can delete this control point and maybe we can move it here. Okay, maybe let's say our direct. You see here also we have a curve here and curve here, and try to make sub D loft and make an offset sub D. If I try to copy it and scale it and sub D loft and try to use offset sub D. Maybe we can do it in this way. Try to make sure this one is on the ground, 0, and this one on the ground also. Maybe 0 also. Scale it. Do bevel here and bevel here. Okay. Not the same, but I think this one is much better. Maybe we can scale it because it's only a conceptual drawing, so we don't want to really care about the height and the dimensions for it. So this is the portion that I want. Okay. And let's say if you want to do as we did before, if you remember bridge, we use it an open sub D, but now we need to use it between face and face. We can use a bridge command for many things. We can do it for the segment if we make sure 100% has the same vertices or the same numbers of segment, and we can use also with faces to make sure it have the same number of faces also. For example, what I mean, if I try to apply the bridge on faces, maybe we can select this face, and this face. We can press space so we can apply it, and we can use this face. So I will get this result, but I don't want it to be like this because we have a problem here in a proportion. Maybe if we try to use only like one face and this face, we'll have a nice result for the proportion. Maybe this one is much better. Yes, this is the result that I want. We can also here make sure 100% that this one loop, crease, one edges, close sub D, to make sure everything else I talked in the first session it's good, and the proportion that I want is correct. We don't have any problems here. We don't want to see any problem. Even it will have a problem after if I change anything. Maybe we can this one move it just a little bit. So I don't want any like intersection between the sub D and itself. I don't want to see this kind of problems. See here, this is very big problem, like an intersection. If I try to transform into NURBS, it will be much worse also. See here, it's close sub D, but this is not correct shape. Even if it was very small, it will make a problem. Like if I try to maybe push this, I don't know how it will make it as a problem, but we will get it after we try to finish everything. Okay. Let's say maybe we can also here we will try to do something better from this exercise. Maybe we can use this face and this face, try to apply to these panels. We have problem here. Let's try it again. This one is correct. Okay. But it looks very small, so we need to make it bigger. So what should we do? We are using sub D, of course, so we can just move this face so we can have like a larger thickness for it. Okay. Also, we can try to use bridge again for this face. No, will not get the result I want. Maybe we can do it like this face and this face. No, try again. This one is good, I think. Okay. We almost got it, the same shape that I want. Let's say, for example, if I try to model this, for example, if I'm trying to apply it for the real project, we can use these faces and try if this size we can do it for the fabrication. For example, we can use these faces to apply it for specific dimensions, or we can change it also if we want to do it in real life. So there's many ways we can do it actually, but we're not focusing on that right now. We are only working on some conceptual drawings. Okay, so we have done it. Try to the last area. Also, we try to use rebuild, but this one will be maybe 50. 50 is good. I think it's good. Maybe delete all this curve with control point. Sorry, we don't want all of these. We need only a few of them, so we'll get the right proportion. We want to make sure this is good proportion of corners. Okay, so we can also the same, copy it, sub loft, adjust shape segment, maybe 12. We have problem here. 5, no, let's keep it the same. Even it's not correct, it's okay. The most important thing, it have like the proportion that I want, 0.2 maybe, it's enough. So let's try to use a bridge also here. Maybe we can do it. We want to use a big face now. What should we do now? Maybe we can select this face. If we try to press Ctrl Shift and select it as a loop edge, we can delete this face. So we have larger face here, other face here. We can use Command Bridge. Or before we start, maybe we can do it bevel here also in this area and bevel here. So I can get the result of the proportion of the bevel. Or maybe also I don't want it to be like this. We cannot make delete for this edge and this edge together. It will not delete it. Or maybe sometimes it can delete it, but we'll get a very wrong result. So I do it one by one. Delete. This one is much better. Okay, maybe we can also delete this one. Yes, so we'll get almost the same results. Making bridge between this area and this area. I think I want it to be in maybe like for the level, maybe we can do it here, remove vertical or the same height. Make sure it has a bridge like for the same level, and we want this area to be maybe flat, for example. And we can do here bridge between this face and this face. This is not really correct. Even it looks familiar, but we want to make it much better from the old one because this is very old actually. It was from like 2 years or 3 years this exercise, so we need to make something better. Okay, maybe no, this is not the right proportion I want. Maybe leave it here. Yes, I think this one is much better, but maybe we can move this proportion. That's really cool. Now we can use bevel for the edges again. See here, this is the proportion that I want. It's pretty cool now. I think I have problem here. See, I don't want to see this kind of problems. Maybe we can move it or try to do bevel again. It's up to you according to the program you have. Okay. Now we can maybe try to do the other bridges, maybe here and here. No, this is correct. No. Now we can use a new command. We could try to make insert edge here, so we can maybe use it for this edge. Insert edge, it's simply like I want to select this segment. I want to select the loop segment. I can press double click. I will get this result. If I try to use command and say insert edge, I will get a new edge here. So I can have also more faces because I want to bridge between this face and this face. I try to use a bridge here. Okay, to get me this result. This one is this one is cool. Also here, same idea. No. Very big. Want to make something smaller, maybe try to use insert edge again, insert edge here, insert edge here, maybe insert edge again here. Yes, this one is much better. Okay, so this was the old one, this is the new one. I think the new one, it's much better as a proportion. Delete this, I don't want to refactor now. Better. See here, this one is much better. Even we need to apply it also with the plan that we have, but ignore it now. We can use another space, even it's bigger or smaller, it's okay for now. Okay, I think what I did also here, if you can see here this area we are using here now bridge, I only try to model this in same way what I did before. Try to also to subdiloft this wall and subdiloft this tower and make a bridge between them. But if I wanted to make it in correct way, I should make an opening and try to make it like a real bridge and make it floor. But as I said before, it's only conceptual and it wasn't a real project. So what we're trying to do to make an exercise for the proportion and learning like some basic sub-D tools. I want to understand them very well and how we can use it in the correct way. So we'll not have any problems. So here this was also closed sub-D. So if I try to make a clipping plane again, I need to see if something has any problem or else. But now my device is crash. Let's say here, if I try to see it at the clipping plane, I don't have like any problems. It's all closed sub-D. But if I don't want it to be like this, what if I want this section? Let's try to make snap tool so we can see it. Maybe if I want to make it like have like maybe like simple thickness inside of it. So we should try this so we can understand it very well. Maybe like has structural details inside or anything else. So we can try this one. How can we do this? It has a multiple way actually. Let's say if I try to delete this and make isolate for this, what can we do now? Maybe if I try to offset sub-D and make it solid, and maybe we can do it 0.2. Let's try. Okay. If I try to make a clean plane, let's see any changes. Right now, I don't see any changes. Okay, let's try something else. Maybe we can delete, for example, this one. Okay, and we can now use offset sub-D inside. But I don't want it to be this thickness, maybe 0.4. Let's say from outside. Okay, outside. Actually, we need to fix this area after we try to make thickness for the sub-D. So this area need to be fixed so we can do it in the correct way. So I try, ignore this area, we can fix it, we'll fix it later, but we can fix it. See here, I have like a simple thickness for it. Maybe if you want to make it for construction, maybe you can take, let's say, for example, maybe we can try to transform it into the NURBS, make delete for this one, and maybe we can use this area to cut it and try to make fabrication for it, so we can use it on construction, for example. We have like a simple number of pieces and want to collect it together to make it for fabrication. Of course, as for the structural drawings and structural studies, we can do it, but this is not structural study, so it's only conceptual. So we cannot use these things on this drawing because I don't know if it's correct or not. Okay. Anyone has a question? I didn't read the question. Other command techniques, how we can use geometry, use mathematically, try curve boolean to clean your 2D. This was an old question right now. So we will answer all the question. Try to do curve boolean. Curve boolean is not enough to clean my 2D drawing actually. I don't want to use curve boolean because curve boolean it has like another let's say for example goal to use it. So for example, let's get for this drawing, for example, make 2D. If I try to use curve boolean for this drawing, I can use curve boolean here, but the idea here, I don't want any outer curve. Like say for example, it has an open curve. If I try to use here curve boolean and select all these curves, I will get this result. But this is a problem for me actually. I don't want to be it like this. I can use it, but some areas has many problems, so I cannot use it. Even if I do this, it will get me the same results, I mean. But we can use it if we have like a normal shape. Like if I have, for example, like multiple shapes have like a simple connection between them. Here, if I have a clean shape, but I want an outer shape of this curve, I can use here curve boolean. If I try to select all these curves, I try to select them all, and try to select like command all regions, I will get this result. This is very cool tool. We can use it, of course. All my work is related to curve boolean. But the thing is here, we cannot use it right now. We need to clean the drawing first, then we can use curve boolean. So we will make it much better and cleaner. But I think the problem is not about also about make curve boolean. It's about sub-D. But every time I try to make 2D from sub-D, it will crash and have like a simple problem here. See here, only related to sub-D. But if I have like a simple shape, boxes and everything else, like not sub-D, maybe NURBS, it will not get me this result. But according to, of course, the project that I have and all data that I have in one project. Okay, so that's it. Okay, let's. I try also, if you can see here, I try to make an old make 2D. See here, try to do it for all the drawings. It's very much very close to the drawing site plan I have. It's not very clear 100%, but I can use it for example, for dimensions and everything else. Try to see it in pen view, but this one is not working. I don't know why. Maybe like it has mesh shape or anything. Okay, whatever. See here, like try to make 2D. I get the same problems, but I can clean it also. But as I said before, this is not conceptual. This is also only conceptual, so we'll not get a very clean result 100%. The connection between the slab and this wall is very wrong right now. But this is an only idea how we can use Make2D for this kind of drawings. So we usually do it in another way, actually, after we finish like 2D drawings and do a conceptual idea in Rhino, and we transform it into Revit drawings or AutoCAD drawings, so we can finish the full project, as I did in this project. See here, same idea. First of all, we drew it in plan in Revit and try to model it in Rhino after we done the drawings in Revit. So that's what it's all about. Okay. Any question? Someone have any question? Okay, try to use the technique how, but I didn't understand this your question. Technique to check how the geometry are mathematically precise. If you can answer, ask me again, what do you mean exactly? I can answer you. Okay, so let's complete. We talked too much about like subd loft and subd crease and remove crease and bridge. Now we can understand it very well. Let's see the other tools that we have here. We can now try to use subd one and sorry, not subd one, sweep one and sweep two. It's very similar to loft, but the difference between subd loft and subd sweep one, subd sweep two, and it have like rail or maybe let's say what we can call it like if I try to use sweep one and sweep two. Okay, we can call it rail. This is best name we can call it. Okay, for example, I have this rail and I have this section. I can make loft between them or sweep between them. I can use now sweep subd sweep one. Select rail. This is the rail. Sweep shape. This is sweep shape that I want. I have this shape, but we have many problems here. Now we can change it. Maybe put it 20, and here maybe 12. Maybe 1, let's say 5. I don't want this result. This is very bad result, but you can understand what is the main idea of the sweep. I think the problem is like this curve is not correctly 100% on this curve. We can do another way. We can try to rebuild first these curves, and we can try to make divide here. Divide this curve into a point. Let's say 1 point. I only want 1 point, and try to select this point and make curve here. Curve through point. We'll get this curve in one direction. Okay. Now we can try to apply subd sweep one or sweep two. Maybe we can try another divide also. If I try to use divide here, maybe not the same area, say 3. Okay, let's say select duplicate, so we're not don't want to duplicate this point. We can use it here, control point, select point through curve, and we'll have this result. Now we can use subd sweep 2. Let's say first layer, second rail, and this is the section. That's the shape that we want exactly. Okay, this is what I want. So now the difference between this shape and the other shape, the problem we didn't do a rebuild. I think this one we tried to make a twin curve is likely to have problems. So if any shape has any curve has a bad contour point, and like you have a problem contour point, will not get a best result for sub D, loft sub D, or sub D sweep. Now we can adjust the shape as we want, and maybe I can make it 5 or maybe 15. This one is good. We'll get the same shape. So this is this sub D sweep. We can also, for example, maybe we can change this trail. Maybe we can try to make change on control point. Maybe we can try to make rebuild, for example. Maybe we try also to change this pass and this rail. Okay, let's try to do it again. Sub D, sweep to, select the rail and this rail, and select the sweep shape. I will get this result according to the rail that I have. But we have some problem, the intersection problem. We can fix it later. Let's stay for this shape. Maybe we can delete some edges that we don't want. Maybe we can make scale for it, make it on the ground. This is not a very good shape, but you can understand the way of how we can use like sub D sweep 1 or sweep 2. That's the idea how we can do it. But we have many problems here, so we don't want to fix it right now. Okay, whatever. Let's try something else. Let's keep the same shape that we have here. We want this shape. Okay, sub D sweep again, or sub D loft. We don't want to use sub D. Okay. Okay. We try to use offset sub D, right? We make thickness for a wall and everything else, right? No, not the thickness, sorry. 0.2, for example. What if I want to make like an opening in this elevation? Let's say, let's get back to the same exercise, this one. Okay. Maybe we can use it here. As you can see here, I have an opening in this wall. Okay, so how can I get this result? It's very simple. If I get back to the original drawing that we are working on it, I think this one. No, not this one. Yes, this one. We can use it here. I think, okay, try to hide these curves. Try to make for them sub D loft again. Okay, this result. Example, maybe we can try to select any faces and make it double click here. Okay, and we can make delete. So we don't want it to see these faces, but I don't know what is happening right now. Try to delete them. Oh, now it's working. Try to make Crease. Now it's correct. I need to delete them here also. So I don't want to be it like this. I can use here Crease. This is correct. This is correct. Maybe we can do here insert edge more, so we can have this shape. Okay. As I said before, like for the panels, I had an idea right now. We can do it another way. Maybe we can try to make an extract wireframe. So we'll get the wireframe of this typology, and we can do a command called split. So we can split all the faces together. I think it's supposed to work. Oh, okay, it worked. We can use this panel, this panel. This panel has an area, say area, and also have like iris-centroid, we can know where exactly the middle faces on the number of these faces, for example, like 69 surface. So we can use it for paneling, and we can also, every surface should have also simple thickness, maybe like 0.2, and we can use it for fabrication, as I said before. But it's not simple as it looks. It's very complicated way, but I'm showing what we can do if we have like a real project. So we need to use also NURBS if you want to complete the idea what we are doing right now. Okay, we were talking about how we can make openings. Let's try to complete this one first. So to use a crease here, also crease here, and this area will get this result. Okay, now after we finish everything, we can try to make like select these edges. Sorry, from here to here. This edge, from this edge to this edge, we will get this. Say duplicate edge, make a join, and duplicate edge from this segment to this segment, duplicate edge, and then join, and duplicate edge from this segment to this segment, same area here, duplicate edge and join, and duplicate edge, join, duplicate edge, and join. So we can use now normal loft. We don't want to use subdi loft because I want to transform this into a glass. So I don't want it to be like this. This one is correct. Now we have this curve, and this curve we can use normal loft, so we can get this result. We have problem here in NURBS. Maybe we can try to rebuild them. This one is not surface to become it's only polysurface. This one also is polysurface. So what should we do? Maybe we can try control. Maybe we can try rebuild for these curves, like 200. Okay, now we can do a loft. I will get. I don't know what's going on with this curve exactly. What is the problem? It's not showing. Maybe we can 20. Oh. Say, oh, I have a problem also here in this curve because this curve is showing me, so this is a closed curve, it's not an open curve. This is a very big problem. Let's try something else. Try to select all of them, duplicate border, and we can maybe just delete these from the top. Okay, and we have this result. Maybe we can join them. Oh, it's already joined. Now loft, surface, loft, and we have this result. We can delete this one. We don't want it right now at the moment. What we can use now, we can make an offset subd from outside. Maybe we can want it to be bigger, maybe 0.4. Mm, 0.4, it's very big. Let's try to do it smaller, 0.1. This one is looking much better, yes. 0.3. Okay. So that's we can do if you want to make an opening inside the subdi wall. Of course, we can do any shape that we want, but as I said before, if like we want like do a specific shape, we need to use NURBS. So if we want to make like, for example, as I said before, like maybe we can do the plane here and do a simple shape. We need to use subtools. We can use surface, for example, and do whatever, maybe Boolean split or Boolean difference and anything else. For example, Boolean split. Can delete this one. No, no, sorry, this one. I will have this shape. But I don't want this shape because I didn't finish my work now. But if I need any shape that I want, I can easily do it in any shape that I want. But right now, I can use from subtools the shape that I have here. After I finish everything, I can do with the other shapes. Okay, I need to select also the clipping plane here because I don't want this to see. Say try to delete this area. Maybe we can try to also use bounding box here, so we can just scale it down. Okay. Also, after we finish this, we can use also here like some paneling inside Grasshopper for this class. Maybe we can open here Grasshopper just 1 minute. Try to simple paneling for this. Also, we can use paneling on somebody. I will show it to you after the Grasshopper will open. Now what's happening? What is happening right now? It has many plugins, so it needs a little bit of time. So let's try to complete something else. Oh, okay, now it's working. Okay. So when were we? Let's say delete everything. I don't want any disease. Let's try for example like lunchbox, for example. If I try to use lunchbox and try to use simple, very simple point, I don't want to make a complex Grasshopper component. Let's say if I try to if I install lunchbox and use like a quad panels, try to apply it on these surfaces. Maybe we can use it on all this surface. We can try to set one surface and we have like a good quad panels that I want in this surface. If you can see it here, maybe we can try to make like a panel frame for it. So I have lunchbox is very helpful. So we can use a panel frame and we can use this panel to use it to put it in panel here. After I put it in panel, use this component, we can try to use the number slider, maybe 0.2, for example. I will have this proportion, but I don't want it to be like this. Maybe it will be like this one is good. 0.9. Maybe let's try something 0.95. Okay, this one is much better. So we'll have this panel. We don't want the main surface now. We only want the quad panels now. So we can use component surface, and we can use the panel frame. See here, if you could try to bake it, group, and also for the panel itself, group, and you can see here. Try to close this one. We have a very simple panel. We can try to apply this on the material, and we can go to the material here and we can try to apply glass material. So you can see it here, but this is not glass. Let's say it's mic transport more, so you can see it in a good way now. Okay. You can also try to use many panels. This is very simple way, but there is very more complex way so we can do it. Maybe we can try to make this square like smaller and bigger and everything else. So we have like many ways we can do it with the surface. But what I want to explain more is not about the surface that I want to use it in loft. We are now in subdi webinars, so we want to use it on subdi. So how can we use it? After I finish everything and make sure 100% I have finished my subdi modeling, I can transform this subdi into NURBS. I've tried to transform it to NURBS. I will get this surface and this surface 100 correct surface. So if I try to maybe copy it alone, maybe we can apply the same idea here. Set one surface, and we'll have the same results. Also, we can change, it's a very simple component. We can change like in U and V spaces between them. We can change it like this, and we can control the dimension for it. Let's say, for example, on this way also, in U and V direction. Maybe we can make it here. If I try to put only two, see, this is a very big problem. So if I try to put here, say for 5, it's not correct, so it's good. Try to make it here less. We have another way. Try to, this is benefits for me. Let's make it very close to the last one, so we don't want it to be like this. Same idea, bake, group, and this one bake and group. So we don't want the surface, so we'll delete it. Maybe we can use it again here. If I try to hide, maybe you can delete this one, for example. Try to apply it here again. So we have many things we can do with subdi. We can also try to use, like, for example, maybe do another kind of paneling. We can do it in paneling tool. If you are using paneling tool, you can download it as a plugin. Then there's someone to check the questions first. Do you want to consider the information at some point that I call it now stuff? I'm being automatically smooth. I will answer this later. Okay, let's complete what I'm talking about here. Let's say if I try to use like as I said before, like paneling tool commands. So if I open it here, you can see here paneling tool. If you can download it from Food for Rhino, if you try to search like a paneling tool, you can find it online and download it. It's very easy to download. It will come automatically on Rhino and also Grasshopper. It's also related to paneling, but it's much more complex, but not that complex that I'm talking about here, because it's, I don't know what you want to call it, but it's very simple to me. Let's say, for example, like if you have any shape, and we want to apply it on this kind of surface, but only on for surface. Let's say, for example, like maybe like a hexagon, for example, or any shape. Okay, let's say, for example, this one. Okay, and we want to make it scale like this and make it smaller. I want to apply this pattern on the surface. So what can we do now? We can use the paneling tool here. We can use to create paneling grids, and we can use here surface domain number. So surface domain number exactly can make a group of points on the surface itself. So we can control this number of points, they have like surface domain number. If you apply it here, you can see here like I have a multiple point in U and V direction. So I will change it, maybe put it here 5 and here 5. So we don't want to no, let's keep it maybe 10 by 10. It's good. Or 10 by 5. I don't know. Let's try many tests. Let's say, for example, this one. And after this, we need to panel from a grid, and we can use here like panel custom 2D. And we can use like select panel grid, point grid, select the base surface that we're working on it, and custom curve that we want to make copies on the surface. Okay, so this is the shape that I get after I apply the paneling tool. See here, if you can see it here, I will have this shape. But I have a problem here, like if you see, I don't want the shape to be like this, so we have a problem in angle. Let's try to do something else. They're all kings somehow around again. Okay, now let's try to make it align. Maybe we can make orient for it so we can have this one is much better, I think. Yes. Try to do it again. If I try to copy this one, it will be like this. I want it to be in this way. Okay, let's try to do it again now. Paneling tool, paneling from a grid, custom 2D, select paneling grid, select surface, select this curve. I will get this result. Oh, I don't know what is the problem exactly. If I try to flip it, maybe it will be much better. Let's try again. Custom 2D, try it as well. Oh, no, this is not a problem. Maybe if I flip it. Okay, this is the result that I want. You can see here, according to the surface and the typology of the surface that I have, this is an hexagon panel. I have to maybe we can do multiple things, so we can try to apply many panels as we want. See here, maybe we can apply it on the same surface that we have here. Any shape that we can use, like simple panel and everything else. See here, we can use it here also. So what I want to try here exactly is not paneling tool actually. I want to try a command related to subd also. It's called multiple pipe. Like this is very similar to pipe, normal pipe in Rhino, but the result will become subd, and would also automatically fix the connection between every node that we have here in pipe connection. For if I try to do multiple pipe, okay, see here I didn't get the result, but this is not the correct result. Maybe I can do it 0.2. Oh, and get this result. But I think this one is big. Maybe we can do it 0.1, and this one will make it 0. If I try to do it 2, it will be very heavy. 0 is enough. Okay, we will get this result. Let's see here. This is also subd. Okay, but what the main idea here was that we can use the like a sub if we are working on a clean subd topology, after we transform it into NURBS, it will get very clean surface, NURBS surface. But we are not if we are not working in a clean way, we cannot use this idea always. So this is according to the project that you have here. For example, if I try to transform this shape into NURBS, see here, like I have a multiple surface. But I can also use it, but I need to work on them like multiple surfaces. So I need to recreate these surfaces so I can apply on them the pattern that I want exactly. Let's say, for example, I want for this area, maybe we can copy it and work on it, but it takes too much time. Try to model it again. There is also special script, so you can apply on polysurface, not only also on surfaces. So it have like multiple ways to do it exactly. Okay, so that's it. Let's get back. Anyone have any question? What did you type to press an isocurve? It's called extract wireframe. I will write it here. Extract wireframe to extract the isocurve. We can use extract wireframe to get all the curves that we have using on subdi faces. Okay, let's get back to here. Let's close this one. Okay. What we were talking about here actually, that we have using bridge. Let's say what we now, let's say take another look. Now we know how we can use subdi loft and subdi sweep 2 and subdi sweep 1, and as I said before, using also the plane if we have ground floor and everything else. So now we know how to use also multiple pipe, and we can use it and different kind of like of using. Maybe we can also show you another example. If I try maybe to use like sharp edges, maybe we can do something like this. Try also to make this one here. Maybe we can make some curve drawings, like wireframe drawings. So we can use multi-pipe here. Another way, we try, maybe we can move this one here. Try to put curves here. Curves here. Try to move the control point. Okay, I think this one is nice. We can try also to use multiple pipe. See here. I think this one is make it to more understand how we can use the multi-pipe command. Also, I can see the other view of subdi crease mode, but it's not correct 100%, so we need to change this vertices, for example, to move it, and maybe we can also this one is correct. Maybe we can try to make like try to make a copy and make it all crease, and this one will transform into NURBS. It will be in this shape, so we can use it normally, have normal connection, but the main shape we have is this one. Some people use it, for example, like this kind of shape, use it for table and furniture. I have seen many things you can use it also. Maybe I can do here crease, for example. Also, this curve, this segment, we can do here crease, and we can maybe scale it more and make it flat. And we can do here planar surface, for example, and make it this one bigger, and I'll make it as a furniture. Our interior design and anything else, or without maybe you can do it here glass or whatever. Okay. If you create a certain formation at the same point, same time, but I need to see the question. Oh, this is an old question. Okay. See here, but I don't like if you want to do it with glass, but this is not looking very good. But I think you understand what I want to see here. Maybe we can use also, for example, maybe we can use also for the 3D as a 3D printing. What I mean by 3D printing, let's try to take it to Grasshopper again. If you can see it, so to make sure the scale is correct, maybe try to make scale for this furniture. It will be maybe 2 meter. Then keep it 3 meter, for example. Let's make the height a little bit big, so people maybe can sit here, for example. Try to open Grasshopper if you can see it here and print it way like I mean 3D printing concrete or maybe another material. It's okay. Try to slice it. I'm using this plugin called an oven bird tool. You can also download it from McNeel Rhino. If I try to slice this geometry, let's say I want to try like 2 centimeters, for example, and we can use also here making visualize for the layers, visualize printing, and we can use like 0.35. No, 0.35. Yes. This one not correct result because I know why, because the subdi it should be NURBS. After we finish, then we can slice it in correct way. See here, I get the result that I want. Let's try to bake it. Okay, then bake and roll. We don't want to focus on these things. See here, if I try to do it in 3D printing, it will be like this. If you try to do it in 3D printing, it's actually very simple. But you need to do like you have like this element or furniture to be exactly in zero coordinate 0.0.0, and like the unit should be you have it will be in millimeters, and you can send this file to the 3D printing concrete. It will do it exactly the same. But the main idea here, you need to print it with sand, because this layer, if you try to print it with the printer, if you are using concrete, this layer will fall. So what we can do usually, we can put sand here around every layer we print. We put sand around it so it will do it exactly the same. So the layer will not fall. See here. If I try to make it to the final shape, we can put sand until we get to the end. We try to print it in sand. Not to print it in sand. I don't mean the material in sand. I mean like the material is concrete, but we need to use sand so the layer will not fall. But you need to have like many labors so they control the whole process and make sure 100% the layer correct. But we can also the printer itself can do maybe like inside offset layer in the printer software. We don't want to use it right now, but it will fill up all the shape itself. So if you have any question also related to the 3D printing, also you can ask me anything else, not only subd. But this is an idea that come to my mind I want to show you about. So if you want to use also subd shapes as in real life, not only for conceptual ideas and everything else, we want to get something useful for this. So 3D printing can do any shape that we want. even after we do it in maybe like 3D printing, we can actually make it flat. We don't want to see layers also, so we can do it in many other ways. Okay, so this is an only idea. Any shape we can do it. So it's take around, maybe if you want to print the shape, take around maybe like 3 hours or 4 hours to print the whole shape. Okay, but the main thing is we want to control on the structural studies for it. Is this the correct way of doing it as a structural? We want to make structural optimization for it so we can understand it much better. Okay. So this is a subdi pipe idea we can use if you want, like use it for furniture or something else. You can do it in many things actually. So this is only a very simple idea how we can use it. You can use a you have a very multiple shape. Not only the shape. If I try to change it, like for example, like copy it. Maybe we can try any of the corners to put it here, for example. Maybe we can also try to open the counterpoint and try to apply this counterpoint to this. I will have another shape. If I try to make like a multi-pipe here. Sorry. We will get shape. Okay. But this one is not very not correct. But get the same result, I think. Maybe you can do it another way. I have another idea also. Maybe we can try to use surface, for example. Let's say banner surface. And let's try make to me a rebuild for the surface. Maybe 12 by 12 is good. And try to copy it. And try to change the counterpoint, for example, like this. Maybe, okay, any shape. Maybe I can copy it and flip it. Let's say something like this. So what I want to use here, like try to use something else in multiple vibe. Maybe we can try to use Grasshopper again, or open lunchbox, and we can use here the structural space truss structure. If you have like surface up and surface down, we can use this surface here and this surface here. So we'll get this result on a direction U and V. Why this is not working? If I try to flip it, it will be much better. Okay, I don't know. You can see the result, but you can see here, like space structure. Maybe we can change the number on U and V. Okay, so we can need to make a bake for these lines and bake also here, and the web lines here also. Let's say we have the shape. Okay. We can select all of these curves, isolate, make an, I think I have forgotten something to select. Okay. We can also try here multiple pipe. Maybe we can make it smaller. 0.4, not 0.04. Yes, you can do it in this way also. as a skeleton, for example. Okay, so this is multiple pipe. It has like many ways you can or maybe to do it. So it's up to you and up to the project that you have. If I try to see it another way, this is normal way actually. Like you have like a triangle section for the space. This is very cool. So you can not use it only in fluid drawings. It's related to it, but it's just like a way of different way of modeling things. If I want to use it another way, maybe I can isolate this, and maybe I can try to select maybe this different kind of point, for example. To maybe we can select random point and try to copy it um, in place. Try to copy it again, and maybe we can make it this one 0, and we can maybe like give a through point maybe for each of them. Try to select curves, but I need to do it with the old shape, so I need to do it here. I think this one is not very correct 100%, so you can understand the idea what I'm doing exactly. No, not this curve, this one. And this one is not coming up. Oh, okay, I understand now. Okay, I've tried to use also here multiple pipe again. You can see here it's connecting. Oh, it's not connecting to it. Okay, this one is correct. This one is correct. Let's use also more. I know why it's not working. Let's delete them. Let's use another way. This is very wrong way. The way I did it, so I need to draw it again. Say for example here, I can use it also in Grasshopper, but I didn't, so it's the same also. You will go to curves. We can use the show the control point or control point on, make it this one 0, and we can try multiple wipe again. See here. I need to do it maybe on the corners also. Maybe also here. Have the same height, same everything. Okay, we will get this result. Also, what I like about subdivision, you can also change here. You can also change here only the corner if you want to maybe make it, you want to move it, you want to make it rotate and everything else, you can change it. But I have like some problems here, so let's keep it in the same way because the movement I did, it's not a little bit wrong. Try to do it in this way, it will not have any problems. If you want to see it in say for example in the subdivision way, smooth way, you can see here. It's very cool. This is only from most of my commands that we can use. Some people try to see it in another way, like try to emap, for example, environment map. You can see it in this way. See here. Maybe we can also try to fix these corners. Maybe we can try to use crease here. See, I don't like these connections. Maybe we can also try to make it larger. And this one also. We can use also insert edge. Try also to use a bridge, whatever. Okay, but I don't like see here the connection with the ground is very looks very wrong, so I don't want it to be misproportional. But we can try to work on something else, maybe like try to use the segment to make it more correct. See here, if I try to say if I isolate this, try to make it crease here, I will get very different results. So we can also work on it. This is the kind of proportion that I want. Maybe we can make it smaller. I don't like it bigger. Maybe keep it smaller here. Maybe we can keep it the same proportion. I don't know. According to the design that we have, whatever. I want to show you also very weird thing about subd because a very important command and a little bit weird. If I try, for example, this one is not symmetrical. If I want this shape to be symmetrical, like the right way, it will be the same exact like the left side will be exactly the same right side. So what I can do here, we can do here reflect command, and we can try to apply it here. Let's say I try to reflect, and I select the axis that I want. See the arrow, it has like shown me where is the shape we want to reflect it. So this shape will be in left side. I try to do it here, it will be the same shape that I want exactly. It will be the same on the left side. But also I have like some problems here. I can also fix it. It's okay. You can fix it with the subd tools that we have. Like for example, 3D face or fill hole. I will show it to you later. But we can ignore this now. But the thing about reflect is not only making this the right side, then the left side. We can also, for example, like if you want to, for example, I don't, why is not selecting right now? Okay, now it's selecting. If I try to move this up, it will change in the same direction. Left side also will change. Just try to, I don't know what's going on, but I trying to select, but this one is not working. Sometimes I can select it, sometimes not. Maybe I try to on the other side. Ah, this one is not working. It's usually the gray one is locked, and this one is we can transform it. It's okay. If I move any part of the left side, it will be moved the same. See here, we have problem, but we don't want any problem. So also we can use not only in one direction. Maybe we can do a reflect again. We can do it in this way. Let's say, for example, try to use top view. Do a reflect here. Maybe you can do it in this way. Okay. See here, like I have like 1, 2, 3. If I change only one, the 3 sides will be changed. This is really weird command. It's very helpful. Maybe try to remove any of these. Maybe this one. I don't know what to select. Sometimes we can select the gray one. Sometimes we cannot select. I don't know what's happening. For example, C. You can control it here. Whatever. And we can also transform it into NURBS, and you can use it in another thing. See here, this one become NURBS now. We can make it cap, or we can use it All right, so we can see it as a clipping plane, but it will not be clean because we have like leave some things are open. So we'll show it to you exactly what we are doing right now. Okay. Anyone have any question about 3D printing? Concrete will take the coordinate of the methodology cube. Okay. For the 3D printing question, we can use the G-code way or we can use STL file. There's two ways you can do it in the 3D printing. So it's up to the file you are using, and according to the file you are using, you can do it the both way. But actually, for me, will be much better if we get back to the furniture that we draw before. For me, this shape, it will be much better if we do it in STL file. Because like the 3D printing software, he will do the offset, the inset by itself. Like it's called the inset frames inside the shape itself. So it will be concrete also from inside, not only the outer layer. Or also the offset layer, it will be fully concrete. That's why. Because in G code you need to do it, you need to do contour command. Then after you do contour command, you need to do also the curve inside. So you need to make an offset for everything else. So you will get the right way of G code. But we don't want to get on this kind of details. But we can do it also G code, but it will take much more time. Okay. That's all I think for now as subdi tools. I think what we have left right now. Let's say, for example, we took offset subdi and bridge. We want to explain more about fill and also bridge, insert edge and insert point. Okay, we will talk much more about this. Okay. Let's say, for example, we have a shape. If I isolate it, like I have a simple problem inside this shape. If I delete this shape by mistake, okay, so I try to delete it. See here, I have an open subd. If I try to use command like fill, it will be here, closed. This is a command fill, but I can use the command fill always because it will make like very big problems. If I try to delete both of these shape faces, try to use now fill, it will be the shape, it will be not in a clean typology. See here, it will not get me the same results. But for me, it's much better if you have like only one face is deleted, like it has like maybe four vertices, try to do fill again, it will be get me the same results that I have before. But if I have like have deleted many faces, it will not get me the same results. That's very good, very important idea. And I have another idea also want to talk about. Like in NURBS, actually, if you want to make thickness for something, like if I have 2D drawings, I want to extrude it. So what I do usually, I use maybe the Gamble tool to make extrude. So, okay, this is the first way we can do it. Or maybe if I have like a simple curve, we can do also extrude curve. And the other way, if I have like, let's say for example, I have like a plane, subd plane, and I want to extrude it, and it's supposed to be like in close up, if I try to extrude this one, right? But if you can see here, it's up, it's open, still open, but I cannot use this way of extrude. So what should I do? I can use this command, offset sub d, to make thickness for this shape. See here, it has a thickness. So we cannot do an extrude. We can use extrude, but will not get the same result as NURBS. Okay, this is very important idea. And I want to talk about something else. Let's say if I try to, let's get back on maybe this one. Okay, this one here. Let's apply it on this one. Okay. If I try to take this one, if I want to apply a command called extrude sub d, I try to select these faces only, and I try to apply extrude sub d, extrude sub d. See here, it has like only normal direction. I can hit control the direction here. Sorry, this I'll try do it again. See here, it's shown to me basis like simple direction, but it will not get extrude like for example X and Y and Z. It will do it as a scale. See here, if I try to extrude this one, it will do it in the same way. Let's say 2 meters. It will do it in this way. If I have like I wanted many faces to extrude them, I will select many faces. Even if it has like a different direction, I will try to, let's say, try to extrude some D now. What will happen? So we'll take any shape I want. It will take a different direction according the direction of the main shape. So we can also try to fix it and apply it on the main project that we have here. Okay, it's just normal command. You need to know how we can use it exactly. Try maybe crease, maybe bevel. I don't know. Yeah, but just normal command, new command. You can use it in subd also. Okay. Now we'll explain how did we do the other exercise. I'll show you some pictures for it. As you can see here, let's talk about this exercise, for example, and how did we do it. Before I start, anyone have any question and subd tools and everything else? All right. Anyone have any idea want to talk about? Okay. Let's show you this example that I did also on subd, but this one I transformed into mesh because I want to make render for it. It's simple from the other exercise. It's not very complex, but the different, like in this one have like only bridges and bevel as same idea we're talking about in the first session. Okay, I'm showing you just the basics how I did this. Let's say if you can see here, try to make normal 2D drawings in the beginning. Okay, so this one I'm trying to make it 2D drawings for it. Then after I've tried to same idea I'm talking about first, like remember like the subd plane way, like I can, if I try to hide this one, I try to use this way of modeling, like try to use here plane and try to extrude it until I have the shape that I want. But in this project, I didn't use this way because I have like two curves here. Okay. And I try to use like subd loft command. Sorry, subd loft command here. So we can have this shape. But when I use subd loft command, it usually comes like this toolbar. I can make sure the ending it has like crease. So I can put here command crease. So not crease, sorry, in the corners. I will have this shape here at the beginning and also at the ending. Okay, I press OK now. I try to get this shape, but I have like a problem and also in typology. If you see here, try to open wireframe. I don't want this edge to become like this. Maybe I can use subd sweep tool. Let's say try to put section here. Only one section is enough. Subd sweep tool, first rail, second rail, uses this section. Maybe we can try to change this. No, to this 112. Let's keep it 5 to 12. Now it will get the same result, but I don't want it to be like this. Maybe we can try another way. We should put more section so we can have a correct way of doing it. So we'll not have any problems in typology. We can use here like subd sweep tool. Select the first rail and second rail and using the sections. I didn't get any result. I try to change these 12, 100. No, it's the same results. Okay, let's keep it the same. Subd loft, whatever. I think I have done it before when I started this drawing. I try only to do a subd loft without changing anything. But if I need to change it, I would change it by automatically by hand. Like if I have this shape, I would try to move this one. I try to make it rotate or anything else, or try to, if I need to insert edge in a specific way, maybe I will show you in wireframe mode so you can see the edges. I will select this one. No, not this one, maybe this one also. Maybe you can see it and also in Crease mode so we can understand it much better. Okay. So this is the way I start to model this project. First of all, try to make like, for example, like the main path of the project, the whole project itself. See here, if I try to put it on the ground, try to move vertical, I put it here. Let's say try to delete this one. I don't want it right now, for example. And like I have like many things we can do here. 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe. I do it all of them in subd loft. Same idea we're talking about here. Same idea like for subd loft for the tower as we talked about before. If I try to select all the curves here, subd loft, try to apply subd loft here. But I don't want this curve, only these three. Yes, exactly. Here, adjust shape segment, we have this shape. What I did is just very simple idea. I try to make this one copy in a vertical way and try to make a thickness for it, offset something, and this one thickness also for it, and I try to apply the bridge command, but I don't think this will be very good connection between this one and this one. Try to delete it and try to do bridge again to close this area, bridge between this segment and this segment, and try to do bridge for this face and this face. No, I got the wrong result. Now we can try to do it again. I need to flip the direction of the bridge. Let's try something different. Let's say if I try to move it just a little bit here, and maybe we can do bridge again. I open V ratio is the editor by mistake. Just 1 minute. I try bridge again. Here, okay. Now we can do it. Okay, but I forgot about something else. I need to do an offset subd also for this building. And try now to make a bridge between this one and this one. This one is correct, yes. Finally. Maybe we can do it here like larger, I think. But we need to do it at the first, so we'll not do it right now. I can have this path. I have it and the up and down here. So we can do the same idea here, I think. But I don't want to do it right now. We'll try something else. So this idea, it will be repeated in the same building. You can see here the first one, second one, and everything else. But I can have like a different bridges between them. As I said before, this is only as a conceptual drawing. We are not trying to do something very, very real, but we are focusing only on the proportion and the subd tools command. Okay, let me see what I did after that. First of all, also I try to make like a surface plane so we can understand the project, where is the ground. So we'll start, as I said before, we'll start like the main path for on the ground and the one on the second floor, for example. Try to make a bridge between this building and the main path. So my idea was the first in the beginning to people can walk here, for example, and this one like maybe like a roof for it, and this roof is making connection between this building and the path itself. So it will be like this, but I didn't complete it here now in this kind of connection. So what I did after that, you can see here, also same idea, but a different, like it was like different bridges. What I want to do here, if I want to make a change for the level itself, I can move it up and down according to their proportion. It's not only subd loft and offset subd and the bridges only, but we want also to change the proportion to make 100% look exactly same like the plan that we have here, like ground floor plan, for example. And start working on the C area before I try to complete the project itself. But ignore this right now. This is what I'm trying to do in the beginning. See here, but there's some problem here. Like this one is very small, so we don't want it right now. Even though I try to like put pipe, see here on the rail that I have here in one loop. So what I mean here exactly, so if I try to select all the edges by double click, I will get these edges. If I try to make like a duplicate edges, try to isolate this one, I will get these curves. Maybe we can try the command pipe, not 1 meter, maybe we can 0.3, 0.1. Okay, really get me this edges around this shape. Okay, and maybe also we can try to select it, like a selection, sorry, for this faces, and we can also delete them. So if we try to hide this one, and try to isolate this one, duplicate it, isolate. We have like only one path. So this path we need to know where it start and where it will be finish. Let's say if I try to it has like a multiple finishing, but I need to know how we can loft this one and this one. Let's try if I use this one. I can't use it right now. I try to loft. Oh, it will make problems. Let's say if I try to no, this one will not work actually. Because like have like different levels and different paths. So will not this one will not work. Okay, we will try it on something else. Maybe if we try to do it on this one, for example, or maybe this one. This one is much better. Same exactly the same idea I'm talking about what we're talking, making modeling for the bridge for the other exercise. If you want to do here like insert edge, for example, and we can make selection for this, we can delete, and this one also delete, and we can do bridge here between these edges. Make sure it will have like same numbers from the first one and the second one. See here, and make sure we have crease. Same idea here. And we have this shape. We try to use also bridge command so we can complete the shape itself. But I don't want it to be like this. I want it to be like straight here on the ground. Now maybe we can scale it. Okay, now we can use bevel also. Maybe bevel here also. Try to use here bridge command, not crease. Yes, exactly. Okay. We have this shape. This is a shape I want. What if I want to like make a glass inside here? Like if I want to close this area, um, what should I do here? What do you think? Um, we have like many ways we can do it. For me, let's start for basics. How we can do it. First of all, we can select this curve, okay, and we can also try to use something else. Yes, exactly, patch. But there's also many ways. The first of all, we need to select this curve and select this curve and try to duplicate edge. Okay, so we'll have two curves here. We can do twin curve. We'll get we need only one curve between them. But if I do a twin curve, I will have problems also. So if we try to rebuild it, say try 50. Try to. This is not the result that I want. Okay, no problem. Let's say try to maybe. I don't want to use other tools, but we can do it maybe in Grasshopper if we try to make a twin curve between with rail. But right now I will not use it. Let's keep it on same way. I will use only this curve. Or maybe we can make like insert edge here. And we can use this curve and make it here, duplicate edge and isolate this one. This one didn't do it all. We have problem here. Okay, let's fix this problem. Try to use here insert point, not insert edge. Insert point. You select this point and this one. Yes, exactly. Duplicate Now edge, we'll have this curve. This curve, we can use here patch. If I try to do patch, it will make closed surface. But for me, patch is not 100% correct because it's always like leaving distance around the curve. But sometimes it'll do it exactly the same, sometimes not will do it. There is also a big difference between the same curve that I have and the surface patch. So the command called patch, we can use it in any complex surface shape that we have. Let's say try something else. It's not correct 100%, but sometimes I do it to only finish my project as like conceptual ideas. Maybe we can try like split this curve into two curves. Split this one. We have like this curve here, this curve here. We can try to do loft between them. I will get the same results. Like I don't like for me don't have any problems, but if you try to understand like the typology of the surface, it has like some problems here and the ending on this point because the ending here has only one point, so this is a big problem. If you try to like apply for example, like try to do it here. I'm just will open it again. We will open it on this file. Try to apply, for example, lunchbox. You will see here, according to the typology that you have on the surface, it will the division will change. See here, then it will end in this point because we do loft. If we try to keep like a patch, so if I keep the patch here, I try to apply it on this surface. I don't want also this result will become to me because I don't want to shrink. If I try to trim its surface, I will get also the same result. This is the problem with patch. So what we do usually, there's many things we can do, but maybe if I try to make more division and I try to figure something up with Grasshopper and make it like a trim for this kind of panels, so they will have like correct panels on the ending of the surface. But we will not use it right now, so it will take a lot of time. So there is many ways we can do it. For me, patch now is good, but sometimes we cannot also use patch because sometimes patch it will make crush according to the shape on the complexity of the shape that we have. Like for example, like if I try to let's make something more complex. Maybe if I try to do this here. No, it will not here. I don't want it here. Maybe here. I think here is the same idea. Yeah, also the same idea. We can use also here patch or loft. See here, if I try to apply patch, this one also close curve and doesn't have any problems. But some people do it like this, try to trim these, but this is not will work. That's why I try to do like split these curves on the ending and try to apply the loft command. Or maybe we can try another way. Maybe we can, like for example, the ending not be like this. Maybe we can do it in this way. So we will have like a much cleaner surface. If like try to make it smaller, as small as possible, and make trim for this one. Also, if you try to make join for these edges and try to join them. Yes, join here and join this edge here. And you can try to like use sweep to first layer, second rail, and use this section. But we need like have like a multiple section here, not only one. Try to use it again. Not that much, I guess. If I try to apply it also on Grasshopper, if you can see here, I try to, it will be much better, yes. Try to make it like, let's say for the U division, let's make it more. And here should be less, yes. So here, but we also have some problems. We can fix it later, but this is the main idea how we can do it. Also, we can try, as we tried before, like vanilla frame, so we can use it here. And we can also try panel 0.8. Let's see it here. So we have this kind of here. Try to delete it. We don't want it right now. But the problem is like we need to fix the connection here. If we are doing a structural studies and the details drawing, we need to know how exactly it will be in this area. As I said before, like this is only like a conceptual drawing, so we'll not be focusing on this kind of things here in this kind of drawings. So I'm showing you all it's all an idea how we can do it. Okay, so I think you all understand how we can create this exactly from scratch. Like if I have like 2D drawings, how can I start make it it's exactly the same. So of course I will send you all the drawings, all the 3D file, so you can also try something else with yourself and try to model it as not. It shouldn't be exactly the same. Do whatever you like, so you can make sure it's very close to it. See here, I've tried to also make something for water, also to try to model it, but it didn't work. It's look not really that good, but I need to work on it much more, so I need to change it. If I try it on render, but it didn't looks very good, so I deleted it and make it only normal surface. Okay. So why do we have like two sides for this project? Because we all actually I want to do it like only one direction, like see here. But after I finished everything, I don't know where. Let me remember. Maybe here, because I tried to do like a reflect command. If you see here, like this one exactly the same, the right side exactly the left side. So I try to use sorry, a reflect command. But I also use mirror also. So you see here, this is the midline. So I make it mirror for the landscape. It will be also the same side. But the different here, like I try to make a bridge between this one and this one. But this bridge, it will not, usually it will get like this straight, but I try to put it up so we can have like a for example like an entrance or something else. So I try to change it to put it in this way. Okay, you can see here all the details that I talked about before. Same idea. Okay, for the bridge and everything and the details. Okay, so I think this was the final result. Maybe this one, I don't remember. Maybe I think this one. Let's try to apply also different kind of paneling. But see here, I try also to first of all try to do a patch here. Then I try to apply like this hexagon panels. But see here the connection. I don't think it's very good because like I don't have 100% clean connection. So I try to transform it into a mesh because it will take too much time to do it. Not to do it, sorry. Like as a space, it will take like maybe 100 megabyte to do it. So I try to transform to mesh with a file which will be less space that we have here. Okay. As you see before. So this project that I'm talking about here, I think I have like a render photo for it here in between these pictures. This one, I think, is on the same project. I try to render it in D5. So as I said before, we are only focusing on conceptual. This is at a very high render, but I want to show you what I'm trying to do exactly. I try to do it. This is was the first Rhino masterclass was online. So I'm trying. We will open now one soon. Maybe we'll start at the end of July. So also, if anyone to join the course, he can send me on Instagram or anything else. But the problem is the course it will be in Arabic, only in Arabic. It will not be in English. It will be fully from Rhino from scratch into Subdi and everything that related to Rhino. I have also some pictures. Maybe here you can see same idea I'm talking about, like for the bridge and details and everything else. Okay, I think you can now understand how you can do it exactly the same. Anyone have a question, especially for this project, they want to explain more about it and start the other exercise? I think we don't have any questions right now. The render were made in Rhino or other program? No, the render, I have used D5 render. D5 render only for to make this kind of renders. Also, like if you can see the other project here, also on D5 render. Now I'm currently only using D5 render. I'm using also with it AI to make like the render much better. See here, this is also another project made in subd. You can see it. This project also in Fluid Expression 1, I think. We have explained all about it, how we did it, and but this render shot, I think this is one new because the client wants me to change on the design, so it should try to make rendering for something else. Okay. I will show you also a project I have did also on subd, but I try to fix. See here also. This one also is a not conceptual project. This is a real project. We are still working on it, like an art center in UAE also. Try to use subd modeling also and 3D printing in this project, so you can understand the whole idea. Okay. So we will complete on. Let's talk about this one. Let's try to close this one also. I'm going to show, we didn't have like much left for subd, but I need to show you how I try to make modeling for this museum. As you can see here, like I've tried to, first of all, as I explained to you before, first of all, try to make in this sub-D plane to start with it for thickness of the wall, and try to extrude them until I have the final shape that I want exactly. So if I try to move the clipping plane, maybe if you try to see here, so I try to let's like make lock for it so you can understand it much better. Yes, this one is much better. Yes, if I try to like use a sub-D plane, for example, I try to use maybe example 3-point or 4-point. Try to extrude them. Maybe use extrude here until I have same shape that I want until it finished. See, even I do this kind of small details for the wall and everything else. Try to do it in this way. After that, I get almost same something like this, but I didn't have different levels. So this level I try to do it by hand. Like for example, in sub-D, of course I can change anything, right? I can move the faces and everything else. So I try to see here to move this down. It was up at the same level at this one, but I try to move it down so I can change the details here. See here if I want make a glass here. So for the cafeteria inside here on this area. Okay, I want to delete this. We don't want this shape. Okay, and all the things that you can see here on the ground related to the furniture interior design. Also, I do it in sub-D. I didn't use any blocks. I didn't use anything that related to the blocks. It's only fully made by Rhino in sub-D. So here also this stadium also the same idea, but I think this file is not the correct one. This one is finished, sorry, because I see here the stadium is different. Like you didn't complete this one, the complete drawing, I think. Yes. So here also you can see the glass and everything else. Yes, because I also add I delete these chairs here. You can see here the difference also. This was an update also for the drawings because it wasn't very correct to put the tables here because the space is very small here. Try to put a green space here to blend outside with the outside nature. You can see here in the picture. I will try to show you where is area exactly. This area is here. You can see it in this. I try to make it 2-point per second so you can see it. Say try to make the perspective 20. Good. Make it more 20 is good. No, say 10. Yes, this area. See here, this one is the same. Yes. So what I did exactly in this project, same idea as I showed you before, but the different, I will have more work on mostly on the proportion, so we can use something very useful. So we will not only do it as a conceptual, but we are also try how we can make it for construction and everything else. So we are still working on it. So structural designer, we are still working on it. That's why. Okay, did I forget something else? Like bevel, we explained about it, reflect and extrude curve and multiple pipe. I think that's all. Maybe I can explain to you how we do this. Also see here this reception. I made it also fully by sub-D. Same idea I showed you before. I also do it in if I try to lock it so we can model it again. We can also use sub-D plane, so we can make it wireframe so we can see it. I think if we put it up so I can see it more, this one much better. Yes. Try to rotate it and put it this way. Okay. See here, until I have like the shape that I want, maybe you can press tab so we can see it and try to put project and move the vertices. Maybe we can delete this edge. Try to move it. Now this is the shape that I want. And make copy for it. Try to do it the same. Offset sub-V. Will get me the same results almost, but different. I want to do insert edge here, insert edge here, and also here. I have to do bridge also command between these spaces and these spaces. I think it's very close to it, but this one have like a more bevel, maybe try to do something else. Let's try to, yes. We're very close to it, but I work much on bevel and the proportion. I think this one is much better, but this is the idea how I do it. So it's not very different if I do it also on for the landscaping and everything else. If you can see it, try to delete like the killing plane. Try to delete them. As you can see here, like I have a connection between like the landscape and the main elevation. Also, this one is not sub-D. This one as a landscape. This one only made by NURBS. The stairs only NURBS. But everything that related to the other things that related to the landscape is sub-D. That's pretty much it. Even see here the chairs, the small chairs. You can see here. I also do it with sub-D. If I isolate only one chair, you can see it also the same idea. But I have transformed it into a mesh, so you cannot see the clear sub-D. I think it will. I think this one is there. I don't remember. Let me see. Oh, this one is mesh. Not showing a full vertices of mesh. See here. Okay, have like sharp edges. I don't have any smooth edges because we are using here mesh. This one polysurface. This one I think also polysurface. But this is only gonna do it. Also this table, same idea. Even this wall, same idea. Because as I showed before, at the beginning, like we use bevel and add crease in the same way. And also for the opening and the glass, we use also patch, same way on the last project. But the different, like we try to make like small panels, like frames for the glass will be correct. You can see it here. I think this one is much better. Or maybe I try to show you the real one. Let's try to change the effect on render view. Try to restore default. And let's put the shadow here. Height, faster, cleaner. This one correct. Okay. Try to maybe try to change some things. Maybe here. Open object, sub D, single color, white. Also here white. Okay. Try to open render. Now it's much better. You can see with sun also. You can see it correctly. I think now you can all understand how I did it exactly. So also for the land outside landscape, it was the same idea because also I tried to make a plane here, and try to first of all, as I said before we start anything, we should have like a fully 2D drawings that we have in for the project. After we have the 2D drawings, we can start modeling for it. Sorry everyone, I have lost connection by mistake. So I was saying, like, if anyone have any question, we can take a rest like for 10 minutes, so we can ask any question, and we'll complete the final ideas that we want to talk about. For the first question, what do you mean small room? If you can ask me more about this, what do you mean exactly? For the budget for the project, this is according to the client, and for the BOQ also, and the bill of quantities. So sometimes the clients require something very special, but after sometimes we did the design, and they'll change their mind, and they will get back to me, and we'll start studying, and after we finish everything, they will change their mind and will try something else. So if you have, I think for me, if you have like special design and you have like a good consultant, you can design whatever you want, and consultant will take care of the project for the structural study and everything else. And after the consultant will finish his project, he will send it to the contractor. He will calculate everything that related to BOQ and everything else. Um, no. We don't have to transfer it to Revit always. It's depend on the project that we are doing. But usually the consultant use like only 2D CAD drawing, so he can finish the whole project. But sometimes we can use also Revit because we want to finish like in 3D MAP drawing, especially if it was like a very complex project. You're welcome. The project, it's in UAE in Dubai, but I can't share more the information than that because this is a private one to the client. That's why. But it's in UAE Dubai. How can we make the stairs along the sub-D wall? Stairs along the sub-D wall. You mean like making connection between like sub-D wall and the stairs? Correct, Yara? Okay. We will do it after we finish all the question, okay? Just let me remember it after we finish the question, okay? But I think it's the same idea. You can just normally try to draw simple sub-D box and try to make it an offset sub-D. Then you can try to make bridges between the stairs and the wall. But the wall's dimension, it should be related to the stairs dimension, so we can do a good proportion between the wall and the stairs. Anyone else have questions? Anything else? They try to model something simple until we get the other questions. Let's say, for example, try to make a sub-D plane. Let's say 0.3, and this one will be 1 meter. Yes, this one will be offset sub-D. Maybe we can do it like a 0.15. Okay, so it's good. And turn off the project. This is normal stairs. This is the idea come to my mind. Simple way. I think there's something wrong with these stairs. If this one, 1 meter, okay. Oh, the height is wrong. 0.15. This one correct. Okay. Let's say if we want to use it, like maybe we can try to, I don't know. For example, we can use all these, make it only in one level, and make it more vertical. Okay, so we can also try to make sub-D plane here in this way, sub-D. Also, we can try to offset sub-D. How you guys resolution supplies detailed drawings? For this, we can export after I finish any model I have did. We can transfer it to make it 2D, and after we make 2D, the consultant take care of these drawings, and he will draw it again, so he can make sure 100% same dimensions for the 3D model also. One meter maybe is good. I'm gonna try to, okay, let's say we make crease for everything. Try to make this one insert edge. No, this is not correct. I think I will maybe try that is much better. Oh, try to something else. Try to subdivide this one. Try to leave these. Also this one. We don't want any of these. One, this one, this one. So there's many ways we can do it, but this is what comes to my mind right now. If this is a wall, maybe we can try to bridge this one between this face and this face, for example. But we need to do something else. So we need like remove crease for this angle, for example. Say if you not try to make maybe okay, this one is much better. This, for example, maybe we can do it also here, same. We finish the whole process. Well, this one is not connected, but maybe this is almost like maybe we can do it in this way. There's multiple ways, but this is a simple idea. If you ask me for the subd well along the steps, there's many ways we can do it with it. Maybe we can do it like there's also another way. If I keep maybe the stairs, like if I do mirror, try to apply this one, but I need to make sure the stairs it's like only let's delete them and try something else. Maybe we can do this. And try to flip it, take mirror for it, and we can try to make a bridge between this and this, for example. This is very old, by the way, but can do this also with subd. Same idea. Will not complete it all, so you can understand it now exactly same way. Okay. I will show you some other things I also did in subd. I don't know if I have it right now, but I think I'll show you everything. This is what the project you have seen. Also have a tower and some other thing, but this is a full sketch drawing. And I think that's it. But I think we took to everything else that relates to subd, reflect and the bridge, and also subd, multiply, and everything else. I think we finished now. So I don't think anyone have any questions. So if you have any question, let me know.